There's nothing better than wood-fired pizza. But nice pizza ovens cost more than $300. In this video, we'll build one for next to nothing. Let's get started. The most important thing to get right when you're starting a project like this is to find a free or very inexpensive wood-burning stove. I got this one right here for free from a farmer's barn. It had been, you don't particularly care about the seal on the inside of this door right here because you don't need it to be a real tight seal. You're going to be running this outside, and you don't care what kind of pipe it has. Now what you do care about when you're looking at this is, one, does it have fire brick areas? It doesn't matter if the fire bricks are in there, you can always replace those, but you want them on the ceiling, on the floor, and on the sides. That's important because when you're cooking your pizza here, you're actually going to heat it up with wood inside, let it burn for an hour, get those fire bricks nice and hot. When you're down to embers on the inside, that's when you're going to put your pizza stone in on this little rack right here, and the heat from those fire bricks on the top especially is going to cook the top of your pizza. Getting the bottom cooked is not a real big deal. You don't want that to burn while you're waiting for the top to cook though. So be sure that you come with fire bricks, especially on the top of your wood burning stove. The second thing to consider is it large enough? I have this pizza stone here, it's about a 16 or 18 inch pizza stone, and it just fits inside this thing, like so. So those are the two things to look for. Let's look at the modifications that you're gonna put on here to make this into a lean, mean pizza making machine. I put on a tire on this side. It's a 360-degree tire. I had it left over from another project. So I just welded it onto the bottom of this. And then over here, I took some scrap metal. Again, you can go to your recycling center and pick up some scrap metal, or you can wait, if you live in a college town, wait till the college students move out. They'll leave a lot of metal furniture on the side of the street. So there's metal legs that have been welded on over here. And then a metal handle right here. The reason for all of this is I can pick the whole thing up by this metal handle right here, and I can wheel it into a covered area. I usually put it under the overhang of the barn over here, and that just keeps it out of the weather until I'm ready to use it. I also can wheel it out into the middle of the orchard or any other green area away from buildings, so that I am not worried about any sparks or fire from this thing touching anything that could actually ignite. And only run this with a spark cap. These two pipes are the last bit here. I picked each one up for, I think it was $7 from my local hardware supply store, and I just screwed them in with some metal screws. Then I gave the whole thing a nice coat of paint, and you do have to use the high temperature paint. So be sure that what you pick up from your hardware store is the high temp paint. That's about it on the outside. Okay, you can see the remains of a fire here. On the inside, we've got fire bricks all the way around, and up top there are also fire bricks. A little bit harder to see there, but they are up there. I installed one more thing on the inside here. This is a tiny little trap door. I can take all of the ashes and just dump them down that trap door right there, and then put this piece of metal back in place when I'm done. And it's a really easy way to clean this thing out. Now, you're gonna start your fire with whatever small pieces of wood that you have, and you're gonna let it run for 30 or 45 minutes to get all those fire bricks nice and warm, up to 500, 600, 700 degrees. Try to go for more like 700 degrees. Then, you're gonna put in a rack like this. Why a rack? Why not just put the pizza stone straight on there? Well, if you put the pizza stone right on those embers, it's gonna get so hot that it'll burn the bottom of your pizza in an instant. So you want something like this to get everything up off of the fire. Now, again, this is just scrap metal that I welded. It sits about halfway up the doorway here. And then on top of this, you can place an old grill. This is not actually necessary, but I like to do this just in case you want to grill something in here. And then the last bit is a pizza stone. Now, when you get your pizza ready, you can actually, I put my pizza onto parchment paper, and then I slide the parchment paper right on top of this. Cook it all in there, you get that nice hot bottom, a little bit of smoky flavor on your pizza, and the whole thing is just delicious. There you have it. Find an old wood burning stove, and with some simple modifications, you've got a pizza oven. Dad tested, and 2- and 5-year-old approved pizza. I guess this is goodbye. Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more useful and unique do-it-yourself builds.